For some reason, companies love bragging and lying about their amazing work-life balance, amazing work culture, anything but toxic, right? Basically trying to grow their social media, lying, especially to beginners, to get fooled and get into the company, and then when, well, it's too late. It's too late, and beginners realize it's a toxic environment and it's an awful boss. Imagine you're at a company, you get a job, you before you got the job, in the interview, you told your employer you basically don't want to work weekends. You're gonna work and get paid for working during the weekdays. Totally fair. If you agree upon that, nothing wrong with that. Well, then imagine your employer basically making you to work extra hours during the weekend, and when you stand your ground and protect yourself, basically saying, well, I mentioned that I won't work during weekends. We said this during the interview. You know what the hell? Imagine in the chat group of all the employees in in the company you work at, your boss lashes out, starts cussing you out, starts making you a dumbass, starts saying what the F word is this? Well, this is basically what happened to a video editor, and I found a pretty interesting article, and I wanted to cover it. So here it is. Boss lashes out after employee refuses weekend work. Make me quit. So basically, the article just explains what I just explained, that that for some reason a lot of companies in the modern world right now in 2025 are lying about their work environment. This guy from, I'm guessing, India found a job as a video editor, and he mentions that he finished his work at 7:30 p.m. and left work, and he says, which is the office time. And the employer, I'm guessing this was at Friday night, so basically the employer tells him, needed for posting tomorrow afternoon, please get it done. The boss was saying it in a screenshot group, which I will show the screenshots in a second. And the video editor kindly reply, I won't be able to take this up as I don't work on weekends. I can share the project file. Let me know if that works. So basically, this is one of these victims. He got lied to. He thought, seeing on social media, that this is a company with a great work-life balance. He got the interview, got the job. And this is something that a lot of beginners in any industry, especially in software, fell into. So I've been a software engineer for a year now. I've got way more connections, and I can ask a lot of people, if I'm going to an interview at a company, I can ask is this company a bad company? I can ask a lot of people in the gym. I live in a not so big city compared to a lot of US cities, compared to a lot of Indian, Chinese cities, way smaller. But when I was a beginner, and when I didn't know, I could have ended up in any kind of company. I know people that ended up in companies. Basically, he got an internship. He was never going to get a job after the internship. He got used. He never got paid for the internship. And they only employ people at internships, to build their software for free. That's all they do. And after 3 to 6 months of the internship, they just let go of the people. And that's why their code is horrible. There's a lot of examples of a lot of toxic companies and toxic bosses. This is a great example of this video editor guy. Let me show you the WhatsApp messages. So basically, these are the WhatsApp messages. The names are blurred, thankfully. And here's basically what the guy is saying. I'm guessing Arman is the boss. He's saying, I won't be able to take this up as I don't work on weekends, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if this works. And basically, the boss says, what kind of a effing response is this? Imagine your boss being so disrespectful and cruel. Like, you guys can disagree on how you should work, but you can talk in private. Imagine talking about this in a group chat where everybody can take screenshots, which basically I already have right now. I'm showing the video of this. People watching this, they already know about this company. They can probably figure it out if they search about it a little bit. That this is a horrible freaking boss. I hope this boss, I hope these people that sent all these screenshots, I hope they sent these screenshots to all other people I don't know, edit the photos on Google Maps. I don't know if that's possible, but you can add the photos. If I don't know if maybe the boss has to agree with them and check mark it on websites, but on Glassdoor and other similar websites, the basically you can share the group chat and show that there's a toxic hella toxic boss. So the guy just mentions, I've been clear about this, that I don't work on weekends. I can share the project files as I mentioned above. And the boss says, wow, simply wow. And no, it's fine, we'll get it done without you. It's fine. We are going to get it done without you. So you probably know a lot of these people. You maybe have had a few horrible experiences with a lot of companies. I know I've had. It's not a company, it's a restaurant. Basically, long story short, I was a student. I was 20 years old. I had to work for a restaurant. I wanted to work for a restaurant because I needed some money for a few months. I got employed as a waiter. After the first month I was there as a waiter, most people that were working as my colleagues left. The guy who packs online foods, the girl who should be at the counter, the other girl should be cleaning the dishes and stuff. I had to do all freaking 4 roles, and guess what? I was only paid for 1 role. Only paid for 1 role. And for the whole 2 months, I wanted to stay there for multiple months because I needed the money, but I just couldn't bear. For those whole 2 months, I got paid for 1 role. I worked for 4 roles. I just couldn't keep up. I messed up a lot of orders. I messed up a lot of dishes. I ruined a lot of people's food because they weren't on time. They were cold. I couldn't handle a lot of online food delivery stuff I needed to finish up. I just couldn't. I couldn't. It was too much for one person to handle. And guess what? It was also a Chinese restaurant. And the chefs didn't speak Chinese. They didn't speak Macedonian or English. They spoke Chinese, and I had to deal with that. So here's my advice. If you're a beginner, especially in the industry you're in, you're a beginner. You don't have a lot of connections. Maybe this won't work, maybe it will work, but it's way better for you to try this before entering a company, before getting a job you so desperately want. In a random company, search for the company on Glassdoor. If the company isn't on Glassdoor, it's a small business, try and contact people working there. Try on LinkedIn, especially if it's a medium to larger business. Contact people, contact hundreds. Okay, do not take your chances to end up in a horrible work environment. They're basically lying to you. They want to grow their social medias. I don't know why people do this. I don't know why. Basically, bosses want cheap labor that'll listen to everything, that's going to be scared because if they lose their job, they won't be able to find another job, and sadly, that's becoming way more and more of a reality. I work with freelancers and from all around the world. US, Western Europe, Asia, Africa, Northern Africa more precisely. They all whine about the same thing. Cannot find a good job. And when they find a job, it's paid minimally. Why? Because they know I cannot find a better one that pays better. And I have to be stuck there until I can find something better, especially if it's a kind of job where you level up and you can find, like software engineering, you can find a better job, but that's basically it. So yeah, ask around, check online on Glassdoor, ask people on LinkedIn, be safe, don't end up like this. At least try to not end up in this case like this video editor guy with his crazy ass boss. I don't know if this guy is still in the company, but yeah, I wish him luck. If he's still in the company, I hope that boss learned a lesson. They basically met on Monday, and I don't know what happened after that. The article doesn't really explain it. And yeah, egoistic, crazy ass bosses thinking they can own you as a slave. They think you're a robot. That's basically, I just wanted to rant about this because I've been through this, and maybe a lot of people will also find themselves gonna relate to this. That's basically it. Boss exposed, craziest bosses. Be careful. Have a nice day.